Okay, so this was IM number 4. We have taken it down. We took all the drives out. We put it in the new build, which has the 9700X. But we are going to take this case and we're going to put the new 12700 build with DDR5. That's going to go in this case, including the cables and all that stuff. But we have to take the rest of it out. We have to clean it down because it's got some dust. Man, does it have some dust in here. And I kept it fairly clean, but I mean, I can see the dust. It's a white case. Of course I can see the dust. Anyway, some of the stuff is coming out. The white cables, the white extension cables will stay in here. I'm going to be redoing some things, and we're going to swap out the other board and the other processor and get our editing rig back up. Oh yeah, that might need some cleaning there. That's what I'm talking about. Yep, we got deconstructing to do. Need a little cleanup. Alright, so after a total breakdown and a pretty decent cleaning, I think for the most part we're in pretty good shape. And I did get the front and everything too. So, and yes, I got the front and everything too. It's in good shape. Alright, so we have that ASRock B760 inside the case. Everything's good. The only bad spot, like we were talking about before, that little corner down there, I think it's going to be fine. We'll go ahead and start getting the rest of this filled in. Take care of the, we're going to swap out the 8 CPU. That's 12400 I was testing with. We'll put the 12700 in there. We'll get the cooler and everything on there, and we will get this bad boy fixed up and fire it up. Alright, so the cable management's not perfect by any means, and of course we always have a rat's nest at the bottom, but, you know, doesn't look too bad. And the front side ended up looking pretty clean. Now, I might eventually try to get like a B580 in white to kind of fill this out, but not too bad. A little bit of black and white theme going with that blue video card. You know, we're going to plug it all up, see if it works. Well, I'm sure it'll work, but yeah, oh, I shouldn't have said that, huh? Okay, anyway, let's give it a shot.
That stop was a lot faster than his first stop in the race, and they found a nice gap behind to make up on Charlotte Claire.
So overall, the process worked out pretty well. I didn't have too many problems with it. After a little bit of finagling, okay, I will admit that I forgot to put drive in when I very first did everything, and it was giving me errors saying there wasn't a boot drive when I knew clearly that there was. It turns out I left the NVMe out in the other build, so I had to go put it in. Once I did that, she came right up. Now, I did have a little bit of an issue when I put my other drives in because I have a Western Digital 4 terabyte that at one time did have a Windows installation on it. That's not valid anymore, or it's been, you know, written over type of thing. But for some reason, when I go to turn this off or turn it back on, say when I'm moving around some stuff or, you know, video drivers, it comes up and it tells me that it doesn't have a valid Windows installation. And so I have to go back into BIOS and say, yes, you do. It's on the NVMe right here that I already put in the boot order, and then it comes up fine. So I'll have to look at that. It might be getting a little bit confused. I'll probably just have to take the 4 terabyte out. Take whatever data I've got on that. I think it's just games and some backup stuff, and then you know, either leave it out completely or do something else. That's a minor thing. This has come up pretty well, and normally this is the part where I would go and I would maybe do some benchmarks and do a little bit of comparison between what the DDR4 and the DDR5. It's still the same 12700 KF. It's still the same video card, still the same NVMe drive that it had in it before. Everything's the same except for we've changed motherboards, we've upgraded the memory. We've gone from 3600 megatransfers per second to 6000. Now, that may or may not make a big deal with this Intel because it's only a 12700 and we're only talking about a B580. But I can't do any of that testing because currently it's doing some data recovery work. I'm already using it because this is the third computer now that I've tried to recover some data for a friend of mine. Dude decided to, well, he didn't decide to, it just naturally happened. He tried to use his USB, 1 terabyte USB portable as a gravity testing device. Gravity is a law, and you can't break the law. However, we're trying to pull all the data off of there. Whether that has any success or not, maybe I will do some kind of video or mention that. There are 2 different types of software I've been trying to use, and like I said, 3 different computers. I've finally found something that looks like it's making quite a bit of progress. But regardless, if I do, I will just put it in the comments or something like that. But right now, I want to make sure it works first. Then maybe we'll do a little bit of testing. But yeah, she's been running great. I don't have any problems, and I don't anticipate. I'm not even going to be able to edit this video on there, so I can't even tell you what the edit time or if there's any improvement in what a normal edit would be or time frame that it might take or anything like that, if there's an improvement there. So I won't until later, and maybe I'll do a little bit of a follow-up video just to kind of do that. But I wanted to get this whole case transfer and clean up and all that stuff out of the way, because now we are using this shoulder. Because now we are using the case that was involved in IM number 4 to swap. It's no longer Cool Blue. For that matter, it's no longer IM number 4. So we'll have to think of new names for my main rig and for the editing rig. Any suggestions? Yeah, drop them in the comments. Yeah, what the heck. Anyway, that is all I have for right now. So if you liked the video at all or found anything interesting in it, go ahead and throw a like on it if you don't mind. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. I certainly would appreciate that. My socials are always there. I put them at the bottom of the screen. Don't forget to go visit them. But if you don't do any of that, just do me one favor, and that's just be good to each other. Be kind. Doesn't cost anything to be kind. Especially nowadays, everybody needs a little bit of kindness. But just say good morning, wave, hold the door open, smile, something, anything. Interact with somebody. You could make somebody's entire day, and it might even make your day. You never know. And I know I ask that at the end of every video, but I really, truly, sincerely mean it. And please, do something nice for somebody, or just be nice. All right. So until I get myself into something I got no business getting into, there's a queue over there. Whoops. Yeah, that shoulder. There's a queue over there. So until I get myself into something I got no business getting into, that's all I got. So I'll see you later.